The following is sponsored programming and does not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of KHTS or its ownership.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome to the Senior Hour. I'm your host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, your natural choice for relief in Santa Clarita. It's on KHTS, FM 98.1, AM 1220, and hometownstation.com. We're sponsored by Comfort Keepers, Hestia Med Spa, and today I'd like to talk to you about neuropathy, particularly neuropathy medications. It's a little disturbing what just came out in JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association Neurology, found that the 4 most prescribed drugs for neuropathy helped very few patients and had a high discontinuation rate due to adverse side effects. So I'm talking about nortriptyline, which is commonly Aventil. It's a tricyclic antidepressant. I can't even say this, duloxetine, which is Cymbalta. It's a serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. That's a mouthful. SNRI antidepressant. Pregabalin, most commonly known as Lyrica, actually an anti-seizure medication, and mexiletine, Mexitil. That's actually a heart medication. So the criteria for effectiveness was reducing pain by at least 50%. And out of all the drugs, nortriptyline had the best performance, but it only helped about 25% of the patients. And during the 12-week trial, 38% of the nortriptyline and 58% of the Mexitil out of the 400 patients dropped out of the study due to unacceptable side effects without any noticeable relief. Notably, the antidepressants and the heart medication gave more relief than Lyrica, the best marketed nerve pain medication out there. Only 15% of neuropathy patients given Lyrica pregabalin reported 50% relief. To put it lightly, these results are terrible, and they're the best that conventional medicine has to offer neuropathy patients. Placebos work better for neuropathy than these drugs do, and you don't have any side effects with placebos. Gabapentin, it's an anticonvulsant, is the 7th most prescribed medication in America. 69 million prescriptions. Often used for neuropathy and opioid withdrawal. Gabapentin is in itself addictive when used with other medications, potentially fatal. Some of the most reported side effects include dizziness, sleeplessness, balance problems, blurred vision, coordination problems, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, and increased pain. These types of pain can be in the extremities as well as other areas like the back and joint pain. Other symptoms associated with the medication are weight gain, depression, anxiety, and insomnia. Now, integrative neuropathy treatment centers consistently get better results without any of these side effects, but most insurances no longer pay for any of these facilities' services, and few people can afford to go there. But I'm about to share some of their best kept secrets and shine a light on neuropathy. Low-level laser has been doctor-prescribed medical treatment in Europe for nearly 40 years and is now becoming widely known and used in the United States to treat pain. Low-level laser is a form of pain relief that uses light applied to the body, usually in the form of a laser or in LED. The light is in the near-infrared spectrum, and the term photosynthesis comes to mind when thinking about a chemical change that light causes. In human tissue, the process is called photobiomodulation. Like when ultraviolet makes vitamin D in our body, we know, go get some sunshine, make some vitamin D. The focused near infrared light increases production of ATP, the fuel of our cells. It's the currency that our body uses to get stuff done. So more ATP means faster healing. Now, near infrared also increases production of nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels, improving blood flow. Low level laser also acts to make cell membranes more permeable. By doing so, it helps remove waste products and makes it easier for cells to absorb nutrients. Low-level laser helps reduce inflammation, nerve pain, improves circulation, and improves injury and chronic pain. Some of the benefits associated with this treatment include a bolstered immune system, increased endorphin production, which acts like a natural painkiller, and better nerve function. More than 400 clinical trials and 4,000 laboratory studies have been published on low-level laser. In a 2010 meta-analysis of 22 studies published in the Clinical Journal of Pain confirmed significant pain relief with low-level laser. Now, advances in LED technology, mostly from television screens, everybody wants a flat screen TV now, has reduced the price of near infrared low level laser to within the range of most people's home therapy use. Another best kept secret of these integrative neuropathy centers is PEMF, and pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. The Earth emits a natural pulsed electromagnetic force that promotes cell repair and is actually vital for health in all living beings. So much so that it has been part of the space program both here with NASA and in Europe with the European Space Agency for decades. You can't live without that pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. And PEMF therapy has been proven effective in treating serious issues by sending out pulses of electromagnetic frequencies that interact with the tissues and cells, speed up regeneration. In multiple peer-reviewed studies, the process has been shown to be successful in a high percentage of cases and conditions. Pulsed electromagnetic field therapy involves using a magnetic device to target small bursts of very powerful electromagnetic energy at specific areas in the body. These pulsing vibrating magnetic fields are set to the same frequency that the planet generates and your body needs in order to help improve healing, increased oxygenation, and reducing mitochondrial dysfunction. I talked about ATP a minute ago. That's the fuel, and the fuel generator are mitochondria. PEMF has been clinically shown to help with reducing fatigue as well as pain in the joints, muscles, and nerves. Back here on Earth, therapists use PEMF to help professional athletes recover from injuries faster and improve their overall performance. PEMF therapy can be used safely by people of all ages. PEMF, say it fast, PEMF therapy has been approved by the FDA for multiple uses. We've seen PEMF help some of our most difficult nerve pain cases. The technology is still too expensive for home use, so it's one of our favorite in-office therapies for neuropathy relief and so many other conditions. A little bit easier, accessible technology is whole body vibration. And again, all of these things have been proven to dramatically improve neuropathy, whereas the most commonly prescribed medications only help a very small percentage of the people. Whole body vibration may offer a safe, effective alternative to traditional drug therapies for neuropathy. Research suggests that whole body vibration can improve balance and gait in patients with diabetic neuropathy. It's important because neuropathy can cause pain and loss of sensation in the extremities, which can lead to falls and more serious injuries. Further research demonstrated whole body vibration can improve circulation, relieve pain, and reduce inflammation. Whole body vibration may also help stimulate nerve function and promote tissue regeneration. It's a promising treatment for people with diabetic related neuropathy and other neurovascular complications. The research has searched several databases, including PubMed, Cochrane Library, Pedro, Ovid, Obisco. I know none of that means anything except to researchers, but it's extensive. And it checked all the relevant literature up to 2019. It's called a white paper review, which means that somebody just dug through tons of information to come up with these findings. And the conclusion was that whole body vibration is an effective intervention for neuropathy. When it comes to supplements instead of medications, there's a short list of supplements that have been studied specifically for neuropathy and have stood the test of scientific scrutiny. But not all supplements are created equal, and supplements are not regulated by the FDA. So bargain shopping may backfire. Only trust supplements from reputable laboratories, formulated in their most bioavailable form, and dispensed by a doctor with more than the 40 hours of nutrition education that they get in medical school. Vitamin B12 is an essential vitamin that plays a role in many bodily functions. One of the most important roles of vitamin B12 is proper nerve function and brain development. Methylcobalamin is the most bioavailable form of B12. Unfortunately, the most common form of B12 out there is something called cyanocobalamin. And cyano is short for cyanide. So most vitamin B12 out there, half of the formula is actually cyanide, something you don't necessarily want in your vitamin. But methylcobalamin is the most bioavailable form of B12, especially when taken orally. This means that your body can actually absorb it and put it to good use better than any other form of B12. And research shows that methylcobalamin is effective in treating peripheral neuropathy. We have a highly bioavailable multivitamins and mineral formula that helps nerves and damaged tissue heal. All the vitamins in our private label formulations are activated, which means they're in their most bioavailable forms with their synergistic minerals to ensure maximal absorption. So that's why we call our top shelf multivitamin mineral formula Activate, because they're in their activated form, which means your body actually knows what this stuff is and can use it immediately, easily. Carnitine was probably most made famous by Atkins. Atkins was a real doctor. He was a heart surgeon, I believe, definitely a cardiologist. He wasn't just a eat bacon for every meal guy. But he made carnitine famous. Acetyl L-carnitine is actually a mitochondrial supplement. Remember the mitochondrial, ATP? And it has antioxidant properties. It's thought to reduce mitochondrial DNA damage and increase nerve growth, which can also alleviate the symptoms of neuropathy. Carnitine is an amino acid that is produced naturally in the body, and it plays an important role in energy production. Acetyl L-carnitine supplements are thought to help increase energy levels, improve mental function, and boost antioxidant activity. Some research suggests that carnitine may help protect nerve cells from damage, which may be beneficial for people with neuropathy. In a study of people with diabetic neuropathy, those who took carnitine supplements for 3 months had less pain and improved nerve function compared to those who didn't take carnitine. And carnitine is just one of 12 nerve superfood supplements in our neuro support formula. Curcumin. Curcumin is the natural compound that's found in turmeric. Yeah, you say it turmeric, not turmeric. Turmeric is a spice, and it's tasty, and it's really, really strongly yellow. So when you try to get curcumin out of turmeric the old-fashioned way, you wind up turning your whole kitchen yellow. My wife stopped me from doing that a long time ago, so I just take the shortcut and have found a standardized formula of curcumin. Previous research has shown that curcumin is anti-inflammatory, and a very strong anti-inflammatory, going after the genesis of all inflammation, called nuclear factor. Without starting to sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, if it's not too late, the nuclear factor is at the center of the entire inflammation web. You're probably most familiar with COX inhibitors. COX is cyclooxygenase. It's just one enzyme in the whole inflammatory soup. There's COX, there's LOX, there's kappa, blah, 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 blah. And there's, I don't know, there's like a dozen or more of these enzymes that go after, that cause inflammation. And most of the best medications knock out one or two. And you've seen the commercials where you're, essentially taking cortisone, and it will knock out 6 or 7 of them simultaneously. But that you don't want to stay on cortisone for any length of time ever under any circumstance. A new study suggests that curcumin may also protect the nerve cells from damage, even promote nerve regeneration. Peripheral neuropathy is a common side effect of chemotherapy. But a new study has found that curcumin may help reduce the severity of those symptoms. This study, which was conducted on cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy, found that those who received curcumin reported fewer side effects, including peripheral neuropathy. And again, curcumin is just one of 11 all-natural anti-inflammatory medicines, providing relief for billions of people over thousands of years in our formula that we call anti-inflammatory. D3 is, vitamin D. We mentioned that you go out in the sun, get some ultraviolet, your body converts it to D3, but we've been told that the sun will kill you, so a lot of us have developed a D3 insufficiency. A recent study found that vitamin D3 may help with neuropathy. Here's the interesting thing. The study looked at individuals who reported having neuropathy and found that those who took vitamin D3 daily for 3 months had a decrease in their pain by that magic mark of 50%. The qualification of those that all those medications commonly prescribed did not hit, but vitamin D3 did. Here's the interesting thing. Regardless of the individual's pre-existing blood levels of vitamin D, when people took vitamin D for 3 months, their neuropathy dropped by that magic point of 50%. Suggests that vitamin D3 may be a helpful option for those looking to reduce nerve pain symptoms. Vitamin D3 is more like a hormone than your typical vitamin. So we prefer the liquid sublingual, that means under the tongue, delivery system so that it gets absorbed easier than going through your entire digestive tract. And that makes our bioidentical vitamin D3 formula even closer to the way that our body uses D3. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, and when we get back, I'm going to reveal all the secrets of those high-end integrative medicine neuropathy treatment centers that you can use at home in just a few minutes.
If you're in need of physical therapy, check
Your hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. You're listening to KHTS FM 98.1 AM 1220 and hometownstation.com. We're going out live on Facebook. If you missed the first segment, and you know anybody with neuropathy, you're going to want to look at the replay on hometownstation.com. I went over the recent study published by the Journal of American Medical Association Neurology found the 4 most commonly prescribed drugs for neuropathy help very few people and have a high discontinuation rate because of adverse side effects. I'm talking about Aventil, Cymbalta, Lyrica, Mexitil. Gabapentin is the 7th most prescribed medication in America, 69 million prescriptions. It's addictive and potentially fatal when used with other medications. Now, the most important thing, however, is that I gave away some of the top 10 secrets of integrative neuropathy treatment centers that consistently for decades have gotten better results without any of the side effects. But most insurance policies no longer cover any of these services, so few people can afford to go to those high-end facilities. But I'm giving all the best kept secrets. I gave a bunch of the supplements so far. We're almost done with the supplements, and then we're going to get into the actual treatments that turn neuropathy around. Not just cover up the symptoms, but actually reverse the damage for thousands of patients over the past decades. Next up on the list is nitric oxide. Now, that's not a supplement. Nitric oxide is a naturally occurring gas in the body. Research supports that L-arginine and citrulline, 2 amino acids, can help improve nerve function by increasing nitric oxide production in the body. Nitric oxide, it's a vasodilator, and that means it helps improve blood flow to injured and damaged nerves and skin. That means more oxygen and nutrients can get to injured nerves and speed up the healing. The increased blood flow can also help reduce the pain and improve nerve function. Now, arginine and citrulline are found in a lot of foods, but not to any great extent. So the best way to get high levels of these amino acids is with supplementation. Our arginine citrulline formula is standardized to 98%, which means you'd have to eat a whole lot of beets to get to that amount of arginine and citrulline, plus an extra nitric oxide support boost from astragalus and nitrogencing. We call it nitric oxide accelerate. So here's some of the therapies. First, I'll cover what they used in those integrative medicine neuropathy centers, and then shift gears to the what we do in our office. There's a huge overlap. Our protocol is based on the results of those integrative medicine neuropathy centers. I did talk a little bit in the first half about near-infrared. Near-infrared low-level laser treatment has been shown to dramatically improve neuropathy. in a couple of different ways. One, it helps your body produce nitric oxide, which we just talked about, improving circulation and blood flow. It also helps your body produce something called a VEGF, vasoendothelial growth hormone, which growth factor, which actually makes your body produce blood vessels where they've been damaged. So people who have the diabetic ulcers and can't heal, the red light, near infrared light laser therapy and LED technology has helped people who would otherwise need amputations in these integrative neuropathy treatment centers. And I also talked about pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. Sounds like science fiction. It's been used by NASA and the European Space Agency for decades because you need electromagnetic field for your body to work properly. The Earth produces its own, and it's actually, our bodies are tuned specifically to that frequency, go figure, in a way that it is, as essential as sunlight and fresh air and water and food to stay healthy. But pulse electromagnetic field therapy is when it's used in rehabilitation and physical therapy and in our office, is a device that targets these small bursts of intensely strong magnetic field, and they're set to that frequency to improve healing, increase oxygenation, and reduce stress on the mitochondria, like ATP production, the little energy warehouses of our body. Now, what makes my practice even more specific is something called upper cervical specific. It's a non-invasive treatment that has been shown to be effective for treating nerve pain. It is a form of chiropractic, but there's no twisting or cracking. This type of chiropractic focuses on very gently and specifically correcting misalignments in the upper cervical spine, the top of your head, the top of your neck, just under your head, which often cause nerve pain throughout your entire body. But as I said, upper cervical chiropractors never twist or crack the spine. Instead, we go through years of postgraduate training studying the blood flow, muscles, joints, and nerves in the head and neck so we can provide a gentle and precise treatment that feels kind of like a blend of acupressure and massage, but often produces dramatic relief and measurable results that neuropathy patients so desperately need. If you're considering upper cervical care, it's important to find a qualified, certified practitioner who has experience treating these conditions. We have done the homework. I'm actually one of 12 advanced certified instructors on the planet and taught at 2 colleges. So for a limited time, you can come to our office with a better than money back guarantee. How's that? Well, if you book a consultation, and because it all starts with a conversation, we'll listen to you and try to determine your challenges and what you want to accomplish. And if we can set some realistic goals with you, we'll proceed to our advanced non-invasive neuropathy examination that thoroughly measures the amount of damage and pain of pain nerves, sensation nerves, skin nerves, blood vessel nerves, the muscle nerves, so that we know how bad the nerve damage is, and more importantly, which functional rehabilitation that we've been talking about for the past 2 segments, what is it going to take to get better? Our treatment can consist of assisted stretch, PEMF, low-level laser, infrared light therapy, medical massage, whole body vibration, and the no twist and crack chiropractic that we just talked about. It's all designed to reduce the physical stress on the nerves. And of course, we also talked about the advanced nutritional support and possibly some home therapies that may be necessary. But we take it one step further. We have online courses, anti-inflammatory recipes, quick and easy, delicious. Produce the most common source of inflammation, which is the silent killer. It's part of every problem, especially neuropathy. And in just a few minutes of stretches every day, you can improve circulation flexibility and reduce the damaging effects of daily stress. So, how is my consultation a better than money back guarantee? Now, no doctor can guarantee anything, but if it's not a good fit during the consultation, we'll refund your $79 reservation fee. But you keep the online class, it's a $98 value just for seeing if we can help you. Now, that being said, internet, insurance, and government restrictions change with little and no notice, so we may be forced to remove this offer, without any notice. So if you want to request an appointment, the best way is to go to the website, drpolucki.com or santaclaritachiropractor.com, and click the link. Enter your contact information. It's never shared. It's federally protected. And our courteous schedule will get in touch with you as soon as possible to confirm your appointment with that $79 reservation fee that holds your appointment. Then you get a secure link allowing you to complete your first visit questions and health concerns, so you don't have to spend time waiting in a waiting room. And your appointment is confirmed. You're locked in. Your seat is saved as soon as that process is complete. Now, Medicare rules apply, so this is important. Your insurance may cover a portion of the services. We'll do all the paperwork and submit the claims for you. Follow-up office visits are, they vary depending on how bad your problem is and what therapies are needed. But to get your money back guaranteed consultation, and if we accept your case, the extended neuropathy exam for just $79, plus the medical massage assisted stretch, PEMF, low level near infrared light therapy, whole body vibration, and no twist or crack chiropractic adjustment. And the diet and exercise online courses. It's for just $79. You can go to drpolucki.com, drpolucki.com. Or if you're old school and still use your phone for making phone calls, like me, just call the office, 661-753-9340, and we'll get you started on that process. Again, we may be forced to remove this offer at any time, so call the office now. Our schedulers are ready. 661-753-9340. Once again, you're listening to the Senior Hour on KHTS, FM 98.1, AM 1220, and your hometownstation.com. I'm your host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, the natural choice for nerve pain relief in Santa Clarita.
Our hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm your host for today, Dr. Thomas Polucki, the natural choice for relief in Santa Clarita. Dr. Jean Doria and Barbara Cochran are taking a well-deserved break. We've been talking in the first few segments about neuropathy and the disturbing findings of a recent article published in the Journal of American Medical Association Neurology that found that the four most common neuropathy medications really don't help that much. If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from neuropathy, I got good news. There's a solution that can provide lasting nerve pain relief, improve blood flow, more energy, better sleep, and more stamina. Maybe even reverse the nerve, skin, and vessel damage if it's not too late. And I'm not talking about those four most common medications which just don't work for most people. I'm talking about a unique treatment program, custom tailored for you, like they used to in those high-end integrative medicine clinics before insurance stopped paying. Even though those uh, those centers had proven methods with thousands of patients finding lasting relief from their burning, electrical, piercing pain in their feet. And these treatments didn't just cover up pain. So some of them could heal wounds that would otherwise require amputation, allowing most neuropathy victims to walk again without pain. What would that be worth to you? I would give anything to have known about these treatments before neuropathy killed my dad. He was on steroid breathing treatments for COPD that caused neuropathy like diabetes, well, on steroids. I had no idea, even with weekly Sunday calls, because he never told me about what he was going through. He lived on the other side of the country, but when I went to visit and I saw that his legs were black, I started studying neuropathy like crazy. I found the published research from those integrative medicine clinics that I mentioned earlier in the show and started throwing everything I could at neuropathy, but in his case, it was too late. I got the call Father's Day 2010, and I don't want anybody to ever feel like that. I don't want you to put your family through that. Because if your doctor is just prescribing neuropathy medication, you'll never get better. I'm offering a better than money back guarantee neuropathy consultation and examination for just $79, and here's why. I once paid a dentist $200 for a consultation, which turned out to be a sales presentation for a $20,000 tooth. Yeah. And a university specialist whose exam took less than a minute and provided no new information. But even worse than that, I cringe at those viral videos of very popular chiropractors wrenching and jerking on people's spines. There's no way they're ever going to convince me that that's good for everyone, much less anyone ever. I think it's sad what healthcare has become. But we do things differently. During consultation with me, we'll talk about what you've been through, what's important for you to get back to, and if I can help you, we'll move forward to the exam. Our neuropathy exam measures how bad damage is 10 different ways. More importantly, what types of treatment are necessary to get better. During consultation, we determine that we just can't help you. We'll refund your $79 reservation fee and give you a free trial to our online anti-inflammatory diet and exercise classes. That's a $98 value. Yours to keep just for giving us the opportunity to help you. To schedule your better than money back offer, it's a guaranteed neuropathy consultation and examination for just $79. You need to call 661-753-9340 now. That's 661-753-9340 now for your guaranteed neuropathy, non-invasive, non-toxic, guaranteed, better than money back guaranteed consultation and examination. I don't want anybody to go through what I did by just trusting that when the doctors tell you they're doing everything that can be done, because it's about if the treatment they're offering is just one of those 4 medications, most common medications, we know that the best case scenario, it's only going to be 25% effective. And a lot of people have so many side effects that they don't follow through with the recommendations. Placebo works better for most people than that. But we have something a lot better than placebo to offer. Proven technologies, thousands of patients over decades got better, not just cover up the pain. And in that alone, man, imagine no pain from neuropathy, even if you had to do something every day, as long as it wasn't causing you some other problem in some other way, just to get the relief so you could sleep, so you could walk, so you could spend some time with your family, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. and not have the neuropathy continue to damage your nerves, your blood vessels, your skin, your quality of life, what would that be worth to you? Call the office and see what our better than money back guarantee for a comprehensive neuropathy consultation and examination might do for you. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS 98.1 FM, AM 1220, hometownstation.com. Go out and enhance your quality of life.